Hi, Year 4. Okay, so today we are going to be doing a little investigation into area and perimeter and thinking about the relationship between the two. So we're going to start off with a little bit of mistake spotting. So I've got a rectangle here which has got a length of 16 centimetres and a breadth of 7 centimetres. Now this person has said that they think the area is 94 centimetres squared because 16 times 7 is equal to 94. And you can see they've done their working out. They've used short multiplication, which is great, but they have gone wrong somewhere. So pause the video now and see if you can work out where they have gone wrong. Okay, so let's get our green pens ready. So I'm going to have a go at carrying out this calculation to see what's happened and to see if I can find out which step in the calculation they have not quite understood. So I'm going to set it out again, 16 multiplied by 7. Okay, so we know we start in the smallest column. So I need to do 6 multiplied by 7. I can either use my 6 times table or my 7 times table, but I know that 6 times 7 is 42. Now I can't have 42 in my ones column, so I'm going to need to regroup that 40 down into my tens column and keep the 2 in my ones column. Now straight away, I think I can spot where they went wrong in their calculation. We look down here, you can see that they have regrouped the digit 2 and kept the digit 4 in their ones column. This is incorrect because if our answer was 42 ones, we know that the 40 needs to be 4 in the tens column and the 2 stays in the ones column. So let's carry on our calculation. So 6 multiplied by 7 is equal to 42. I've showed my regrouping down here because I'm going to add it on after I've finished multiplying my tens. So now I've got 1 10 multiplied by 7. 1 multiplied by 7 is 7. Now I need to add on that 4. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now I can't put 11 straight into my tens column. 11 tens is 110. So I need to put the 100 down into the hundreds column, keep the 10 in my tens column. I've finished all of my multiplying now, so I can bring up my regrouped digit. So my answer should be 112 centimetres squared. So let's have a think about the kind of questions you're going to be asked today. So here I have a statement. I think that rectangles which have the same area will also have the same perimeter. Now I've given you 2 rectangles here which have got the same area. I want you to see if you can work out if they have the same perimeter or not, so that you can prove that this person is right or this person is wrong. So pause the video, do some working out, see whether you agree or disagree. Okay, so let's look at the purple rectangle first. Let's check the areas. So here we've got a length of 2 and a breadth of 6. 2 multiplied by 6 is equal to 12. So it has an area of 12 centimetres squared. Now the perimeter, I remember, I need to do double the length and double the breadth. So double 2 is 4 and double 6 is 12. If I add those together, I'm going to get 16 centimetres. Okay, let's check with the pink rectangle then, and let's see if they do indeed have the same area to start off with. So here I've got a length of 4 and a breadth of 3. 4 multiplied by 3 is equal to 12. So it does also have an area of 12 centimetres squared. Let's check the perimeter. Double 4 is 8. Double 3 is 6. Add those together, I get 14 centimetres. So I can prove that I disagree with this person. Rectangles which have the same area do not always have the same perimeter. Okay, some of the questions you get asked to do today will be a little bit like this. So here we're being asked to draw a rectangle with the perimeter of 46 centimetres. So I remember from last week that to find the perimeter, we need to add length and the width and the length and the width. In this case, it needs to equal 46. Now you guys are working it out by doubling your length, doubling your width, and adding them all together. I've set it out this way because this makes it really clear to us how we can work out what the length and what the width is going to be. So I could see that if I take half of my perimeter, which gives me one length and one width, and the other half is the other length and the other width, I will be able to find out what length and what the width is. So half of 46 is 23. That means that one length and one width needs to be equal to 23. So if I draw up my rectangle here, not to scale, I can choose two numbers which I can add together to equal 23. So I've gone for 18 and 5. 18 add 5 is 23. If I have two lots of that, 23 add 23 gets me to 46 centimeters. Okay, here we're being asked to draw a shape with the area of 16 centimeters squared and a perimeter of 16 centimeters. So I'm going to think about the area first of all. I'm going to need to think about my factors of 16 and know which two numbers I can multiply together, which will give me an area of 16 centimeters squared. So I'm going to work my way through. So I know that I can always have 1 and the number. So 1 and 16. I know I can have 2 and 8. Can't multiply 3 by anything to equal 16, but I can do 4 multiplied by 4. I can't multiply 5 by anything to give me 16. I can't multiply 6 by anything to give me 16. I can't multiply 7 by anything. I can multiply 8. I've got that already. So I found all my factors of 16 here. So I'm going to go through them and see if my rectangle had that as its length and its width, would it give me the perimeter of 16 centimeters as well? So let's start with my first one. It would be quite a long rectangle, I think, wouldn't it? So it would have a length of 16 and a width of 1. So if I double my length, that gets me 32. Double my width gives me 2. And altogether, that gets me to 34. So not an area of 16 centimeters squared. No, it is an area of 16 centimeters squared, but not a perimeter of 16 centimeters. Let's try my next rectangle. So here I've got a length of 8 and a width of 2. If I double 8, I get 16. Double 2, I get 4. And that gets me 20, which is not a perimeter of 16. Now I'm going to try 4 times by 4. Now that's going to be a square if my length and my width are the same size. My length is 4, my width is 4. Double 4 is 8. Double 4 is 8. Add those together and it gets me to 16. So I know that a square with a length of 4 and a width of 4 will have the area of 16 centimeters squared and a perimeter of 16 centimeters